All right, welcome back, fellow adventurers, to Conan Exiles. Today we are going to we're going to unstick ourselves from the floor. There we go. Joxer, you were my way. Hey, buddy. Hey, guy. You're a good kitten. You're a good kitten. Okay. So today we are going to first thing we're going to go see the sorcerer. We've got our Black Lotus. We're ready with that. We're going to go see the sorcerer. I think we have one more task we have to do before it'll be the final visit. So today won't be our last day talking to him, I don't think. But it is very close to the last day where we have to do chores for him. Kane! Welcome! Welcome, Kane, to Conan Exile. That's a baby panther. Weird tape. Don't hit me. Getting up on the Black Panther kid. Ah! They don't want me taking the babies. Okay. Well, now we've adopted this cat. Killed his parents. I'm sure it'll love me. I'm sure it'll still love me. Hello, Mother. Welcome back to Conan Exiles. So we're on our way to go see a sorcerer about a job. Ooh, that doesn't look very wall-like. Let's jump down over here instead. That was more of a ledge. I was gonna end up missing it, and then gravity was gonna get me. And Medusa would be mad if I let the gravity get me in this game, because she already doesn't like the way I get down the walls. Hello, my love. I was just talking about you. I was about to jump down off of a ledge, but I realized there wasn't really a wall under the ledge to get a hold of. And so I said, oh, I better not do that one, because then gravity will get me, and that will make Medusa mad at me, because she already doesn't like how I jump down these walls. If I let gravity win, she'll be extra mad at me. Superman. All right, so I believe he's going to tell us how to make the, I think it's called demonic bone meal, and that will be today's task, and then tomorrow should be the final confrontation, if I remember correctly.
I am rested and ready.
All right.
The time of my deliverance is at hand.
Oh no, he's just giving it to me. This is
Take out
it.
the devil's bone meal and place it atop the chalk circle. Perform the ritual with it, and I shall be free. But take warning, exile. It is said the roots of the Yothka plant stretch all the way back to hell. There is a slight chance some of the foul denizens of that hateful realm take note of our ritual and attempt to join in.
What do you mean by a slight chance?
They will come, and they will try to slay you. Be prepared for the onslaught.
Okay. So now we are here with a moment of decision. He's given us this devil's bone meal. We can either trust the red spirit and burn the devil's bone meal, or we can trust the blue spirit and betray him and use the black lotus flower. Who do we want to believe? So according to the both of them, the red spirit version of Li Feng says to Li Fan, says to use the bone meal in order to free him from the prison. Blue spirit says that red spirit is actually the demon, and using the black lotus flower will help to trap the demon as well as set Li Fan free. We got 2 for Lotus and 1 for Trust number 1, which I believe I was saying the red. So 2 for Lotus, 1 for red. Lotus wins. Sorry, Kane. Supposing we're not being lied to, then that is accurate.
What have you done?
Your deceit is revealed, Mesomelik. With that, your doom is sealed. Thank you, Exile. It is done. The demon is bound within the imp, and subject to my holding enchantments. It will bother us no more.
What now?
What now? My work here is done. I would see this strange place you call the Exile Lands. That is, if you have room for a traveling companion.
I could use a Master of the Five Storms. Let's go. Oh, there he is. And let's go ahead and harvest up some demon while we're out here. Not much of anything special off of them. You would think there'd be something real special. The demon blood is kinda. I'm not carrying anymore. We're almost overburdened now. What are his stats? Let's take a look-see. Come here, Li Fan. Louis Fei. I keep calling him the wrong names. He starts at level 5. New companion. He has some perks. He's got a 37 in strength. Nothing in agility, so no bows for him. Pretty decent vitality, pretty decent grit. Legacy of Corruption. Following in Louis Fei's footsteps, his pupil wields sorcery without hesitation. His presence corrupts you, but dealing damage transfers it to your target and heals you. So as long as he's with me, I get corrupted. But dealing damage transfers the corruption to my target and will heal me. Regenerative Stasis. Louis Fei's secret technique was discovered with his research. Louis Fei may become encased in a protective barrier that rapidly mends his wounds. And Eternal Servitude. The Yothka plant ritual was interrupted. A spirit has been trapped inside a foul imp which Louis Fei may now summon for aid in combat. So having him kind of works as a double guy. But he's giving me all of this corruption. I am ugly. Uggos. But apparently if we just smack somebody, we can transfer the corruption to the enemy. Give me an enemy. Have some corruption. It's the slightest little bit, but yeah, it does happen. I don't want to take the danger way down. I just don't trust it enough. Did we read this already? Yeah, we already possess this knowledge. You're welcome, Medusa. That's funny. The big capital letters. Poke him with the stick, Liu Fei. We need to get you a better stick. Yeah, corruption sucks for my stamina too. I don't foresee us really taking him with us all that much. We're gonna be uggo with corruption. Just straight up uggo. It would be interesting if I was more of a sorcerer build, because if I really focused on sorcery, there's a lot of things you can do with it when you get really corrupted. And because there's actually the ability to overcharge like your strength or your vitality with corruption. So you can have super health. And then there are certain spells that you can only cast if you're at a high enough level of corruption. Which we are now at heavy corruption, so okay, we managed to fight our way back down to light, medium. The pair of them can make this work. The only way that we could pair Dirty Dan with Liu Fei is if we had Oh, see, now I'm fully corrupted. I can power one of these up. But we would have to already be maxed out, I think. I don't think I can just do it. Oh, no, I can. Okay, so let's go ahead, and since we're going to have it, let's put the corruption in... No, I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it because it makes it stay. But what I was saying, there's a stat here. The authority stat. If you max the authority stat all the way out, at the bottom there you can see it says War Party. Maximum followers increased by 1. So I would have to have that maxed out in order to be able to take 2 followers. And if I were to choose to keep a stat corrupted, we would... It's not goals because we're already max level. We can't... We literally can't do more. Oh, that's our minion. He summoned him. I was like, kill the ugly thing. No, it's ours. That's ours. It's our ugly. There he goes. Fight's over, he leaves. I got turned around. I'm not sure where I'm going. Where am I? What building is what? I can't build any of my stats anymore. They are maxed out. The only way that I can change, I can go through and change it, but I cannot add to anything now. There's a potion we can drink that will reset my attribute points, and then I can rearrange them. But this is my favorite build. Well, sure, now you show up. Oh, which way am I going? Okay, this is the right way, according to the map. It doesn't look right. We'll get there. So I think that we're gonna have him stay in our sorcerer alcove. That'll just be his place to be, away from prying eyes, away from the public, just quietly living his best sorcerer life up there with all my good stuff. I should set it up like an apartment up there for him. Ooh, that might be fun to do. Decorate it out with all the wizard stuff. Okay, I know where we are now. Want to see what we look like now that we're heavily corrupted? I'm old beyond my time. He even looks sadder. He's just like, this is not how people are supposed to live. Okay. Have we learned the ability to hide our corruption? Jasper kind of meowing the cat. He has, the real life Jasper has stopped reacting to that meow. I can reveal corruption. Oh, bad bird. But I don't seem to be able to hide my corruption yet. Need him to react, it's cute. Yeah, I know, but he's mellowed out with it. I'll have to capture another version of his meows. We'll try again. Get it when he's yowling in the hallway for no reason? Well, that's kind of the issue, is that I have the microphone. I had to catch him on the microphone. I'm shouting again. I apologize, everyone. Does corruption affect your fighting ability? Yes. Because it reduces our main stamina. So I can't swing my sword as many times before we're tired. And now I'm tired. Can't fight no more. Plus it reduces our overall health. As far as damage dealt, we still hit as hard as we used to. And there's even the ability to corrupt our strength and make it so that we hit harder. But if I were to spend a point to corrupt an ability, that makes it so that we never lose the corruption. It has to stay on in order for us to be corrupted. Let's not stay corrupted. I'm with you on that, Mom, because we are not pretty anymore, and I like to be pretty. Everyone does. So, I want to point this out. The perks that he has are relative to things that happened while we were doing the quest line. So the fact that there's this legacy of corruption that says, following in his footsteps, his pupil, being us, wield sorcery without hesitation. So that implies that there is actually another way to do that first quest without having to do the sacrifices. There might have been another way. And then he would have a different ability for that first one. The regenerative stasis, his secret technique that was discovered with his research, that was the glowing gem that was in his lab, that when I walked up to it and touched it, it broke. If we didn't touch it, he would have a different perk there. I don't know what it would be, but it would be different. It's kind of interesting that we can lose the corruption as we hit things, but we don't lose it nearly fast enough for my liking. Has there always been a white tiger here? I don't think there has. Get him, demon! Oh, I hit my own demon. That's interesting. Because he's not actually a friend, he's just forced to work with us. Oh, and it does actually transfer the corruption to the enemy. So if I were fighting something that healed, I could see a benefit to that. I can't really think of any of the bosses that heal, though. It would be more of a better in PvP situation, I think. That's player versus player, for those that are not familiar with the gamer nomenclature. PvP is player versus player. Nomenclature. I have K-pop Demon Hunter stuck in my head. And I'm trying really hard not to just sing while we're running along. Because I won't sing the complete song, and it'll just be annoying for everyone. But it's there. Landra, hello, welcome back to Conan Exiles. Want to see how ugly we are? Ugh. I will hydrate. Thank you, Alondra. Sing Soda Pop. I don't know the whole song. I did just drink some soda. What are you? Are you a black ice one? Just spawned out here for random, no reason? Silver. Do you even know what you are? You're giving me all sorts of things. You're a little bit of everything all rolled into one. Wow. Okay, I need you to carry these heavy things for me, guy. Thank you, thank you. And what else is heavy? My panther cub. You can carry my panther cub. Dude's supposed to the lyrics like, here you go, Leon, sing. You're the one I think of, every drop I drink of. You're my soda pop, my soda pop.
Pirates are scum and must be rooted out where they hide.
Yeah. I didn't know he had voice lines while we were just walking along. That's kind of cool. Oh man, why does that make me want to bring you with me more? Because I don't like you being here. I get all corrupted and gross with you around. Ugh. You're one I can think of, every cup I drink of. You're my soda pop and my soda pop. You should not be encouraging this particular brainworm, earworm. That's what it is. That's the word. My earworm. Making one of the viewers happy. Yes. Alright, let's take Mr. Sorcery Man up to his new home. Oh, sir, don't stand there. You're gonna get squished. There you go. waiting all day on this elevator. Kane, have you seen the city yet? That's a great question. I don't think that I've given Kane a tour. We'll get this guy set up in his home, and then we'll go do a tour of Caldwell. Okay, I'm gonna get you to stand on the elevator. Aha! Nope. And boom! Ha ha ha! Okay. Don't fall down. Oh gosh, it didn't work. It will teleport him up there, but I was really wanting this to work out. We're so ugly and corrupted. Oh, maybe Kane is... Oh, there she is. I was about to say maybe you're not even here anymore. Okay. Now, does he actually serve as a thing here? I don't think he does. No, I need to get a different sorcerer. He doesn't actually count as a sorcerer. He counts as a fighter. Okay. Well then, we'll start the tour right up here. This is my sorcerer alcove. This is where we do all of our horrendous evil sorceries. And there's our city. The large building there is our tavern and inn. That's the armorer and clothing. That's the blacksmith. That's the carpenter and tanner. That's the animal pens, which reminds me my sorcerer has my panther. You're studying? Okay. I appreciate you being in my stream while you study. That's my house right there. We have a baby panther. That is our map room, which is just a giant map of the world that serves to help us teleport around. So the first thing we're going to do is get our panther started. Well, I'm going to put the panther in the pen, and we can't actually get him started until we get some meat. Oh, I have meat. Okay, yeah, we should be fine. We should be fine to get him started. Can you call the panther Luna after the internet panther with all the cool videos? Sure. I like Luna. And just being this close to the building, we should hit the radius of entertainment from our dancers. Well, maybe not. That's okay. I kind of want to go inside and watch in real time as the corruption melts off of our face. Take this off so we can get a good look. Okay. Mostly watching ourselves. Watch the corruption go away. Yeah! We're pretty again. Thanks, Dirty Dan and the Dusty Dancers. Oh, I want a blacksmith. Are any of you a blacksmith? Smelter. Come on. Archer. Fighter. We might have to get a blacksmith the old-fashioned way and go knock one out. Tanner. Let's see if anybody's up here playing chess. Nope. Look, Kane, we have our own chess table in here. Jockster's at home where he should be, being a good boy. We've got this devil's bone meal and a whole lot of nothing to do with it. Taken from a dark creature summoned from the outer void, this ground-up hunk of disgusting matter glows with an otherworldly energy. It's probably useful for something, but eating it should be your last resort. I'm gonna just throw it away. There really is nothing else to do with it except use it for that quest line. Anybody in here? No. Anybody on the bench outside? Yes. Are you a blacksmith? Armorer. We already have one of those. Paladin. Oof. Stuck in my head real good. Why is this here? Because sometimes I don't put things where they're supposed to go. That's why it's here. Oh, I'm gonna put these silver rock and gold rock in here and get some ingots out of them. Thought you had a lady's a blacksmith. She used to sit at the forge and look bored. No. She sits at the... She's a smelter. She sits at the furnace. That's Somnia. Caldwell. Beautiful town, very happy with it. Even though I'm really bad at doing roofs, I'm happy enough with the roof. That's actually a pretty fitting outfit for Jasna, and I just kind of threw it together on her. I'm kind of happy with it. Maybe we'll play with colors on it later. Who knows? I'm super happy with our banquet table. It's looking very loaded with food. And then little spices and dips and such. All around very happy with the way that the tavern came through. Yo.
What can I get you?
Do we have any contacts yet? No, we do not. You want to see what's in the bazaar? Alright. Most of the same stuff. The only things that have changed are the bottom right corner. There's a lectern for a library. Or a treasury, if you want to say that's like the record book for the treasury. And a floor paint for the Jabal Sag symbol, which I don't care about either of these things. I don't have the library parts, so I'm not terribly worried about that. What am I doing now? I'm putting stuff away. That's right. That's right. I'm putting stuff away. Windows to the walls when they're dancing through. Through the window to the wall. To the wall. Hello, Renatama. I will be very surprised if you actually interact. Because I get a feeling you're a bot. Because you have joined my chat when I have not even been active, and you post when I'm not even streaming into my chat room. It's very unusual. It's not something a non-bot would do. Oh, I got confused with what I was doing. I need to drop off these water bottles. Ooh, what do I need in order to make black? Do I just need tar? I need oil. I have oil. Let's make some black dye. Okay, we might have to change our whole outfit here in a second, because if I'm able to do all this, and I'm pretty sure I can, real quick, we're gonna make some tattoos. Branch and plant fiber as well as fur. Plant fiber and branches are the only things that are no fur. Fur is the only thing not on there. And branches. Branch located. And then fur is literally right over here. I wish the game had more background music instead of only on occasional fights and things. Certain areas definitely have music play more often. There's a lot of music that plays over by the pirate area, and they've got good music. Okay, which one of these tattoo designs, I'm only going to say between these two, are we more interested in seeing? The Dreams of Shanpur or Emptiness? Dreams of Shanpur is very swirly, where Emptiness is like a dragon. I cannot make them bigger. Do the swirly, the Dreams of Shanpur. Okay, so we need some plant fiber and some coal. All very easy to get. Not Dreams of Shampoo. Dreams of Shanpur. Have no idea what they look like. That's kind of the point. We're gonna find out what they look like as we put them on. Shampooer. That's poor. Maji Purrs. Dreams of Shampoo. Dreams of Majipur. Lots of swirlies. You like that one? Now we need an outfit that's just a little bit more revealing so that we can at least show off the arm, right? And I just have to run around topless. No, no. We're just going to find an outfit that works well enough. It at least shows off the arm. Mom says I never like tats. Well, okay, to be fair, it's not a tattoo. It's war paint. It's not permanent. What about a chest strappy thing like the Vanir armor, maybe? What was I about to do? It was important. Knowledge, armor. Want to unlock the Vanir middle armor. Because this will be chest strap. And also very warm. Which does not make sense when you look at it. Okay, so right now, our cold resistance has 4 marks not filled out. So if I put this on, does that change it? No, it's still 4. I might have to do a full set. I don't want to do a full set. I don't like this. I don't like the whole outfit. But I do want to have the cold protection. It's important to have the cold protection for what we're planning to do next. So I'm going to go ahead and make the whole suit, and then we can do sorcery and dress it up how we really like. Oh, I know why it's not changing. It's because we're inside. We're in an insulated building. It's not going to change. Oh, it did change. Okay. See, that leaves us with just 2 marks. So we'll do a lot better in the cold with this outfit. This is warmer than what we were wearing before. I need to make a new box. Storage. Shaped wood and iron reinforcement. Okay. Ooh, I need to make a box and another armorer stand. Reinforcement. Shaped wood, just one of each will do it, I think. Yep. Okay. And then the armor stand is made in here. Hey, do you want to get out of the way while I make my armor stand? I need blood crystals. I might have moved all of them upstairs. If they're not all up in the sorcerer area, then I might have some in this box. Yeah, okay, good. I didn't want to have to deal with corruption. My soda pop. This is stuck in my head, so I keep bringing it up. You're my soda pop, my soda pop. Okay, so we put a box at the foot of the bed. That's my personal storage spot. Then we put an armor display thing over here. Put my old suit on it. Yeah. And drop off all this demon blood here. Put my aloe extracts back there. Random items go in here. Recycle the gladiator armor. And then take all of these parts. And we go put them on the armorer bench. Okay. One more helmet piece. You're so good at remembering where everything is. So, kind of. I do have a method to my organization. I have one box that's just kind of, here, I'm going to throw all my junk in this. This helmet looks wrong with this outfit, but you know what? Does it boost my cold resistance? No, it actually went the opposite direction. Am I warmer without it? Okay, no. Oh, I'm going to make one of the helmets I don't like. We're just going to have it. There is a method to my madness when it comes to putting things in certain places. Pretty choppy on your end. I hope that's not for everybody. Mine looks like it's streaming well. I've got green bars. I appreciate you bringing it up, though, because if we were having a bad stream, I might just stop. Oh, that's right. The earrings. Because the earrings are still Vanir, so they still warm you up, even though they're earrings. So we're going to make the earrings in the elite version. Because video game logic dictates that anything that the Vanir would wear would be warm. Even if it's not really. Yeah, there we go. We're ready to conquer some cold, frozen north now. Oh, that's right. Thank you, Lewis, for reminding me. The alligator roar reminded me to check on our panther. Another big kitty. You can tell they just reskinned the Jaguar and made it a little darker by the spots being there. Luna. Luna will stay right here in the shade. Of the tent that leads into the animal pens. It just feels appropriate. Okay, are we ready now? I think we are. I've got a bit of food. I've got lots of healing. I'm going to need that. I need to repair my weapon. Ooh-hoo-hoo. Torches? Oh, you know what? Actually, yes. Oh, maybe I should make a shield too. Honestly, because the fight is pretty tough. No, we'll beast him with a katana. It's okay. I'll bring Gordo with me. The torch I have expires in 11 minutes, which is not great. What do I need to repair it? Wood and plant fiber, super easy to repair. Is your companion affected by weather? No, the companion is not affected by weather. Just put down a water bowl for Luna? Okay. I'm out of iron? For a food trough, that's a lot of hay. Sorry, buddy, you're on a vegan diet now. Look at those green eyes. After we make this water dish, we are going to go up into the frozen north and raid an ancient palace. And there we will find and battle Hyros the Betrayer. Don't forget to tag Gordo in. Good call, good call. I don't need him, but yeah, I'll take him. Just pretend the food trough has actual, like, meat and such in it, because we don't have one of those. They don't come with meat. My seating in here must not be done right, because everybody just comes in here and stands around. It was a nice idea, but it doesn't seem to work. Oh, I was definitely about to leave without Gordo. The screen keeps locking up. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry you're dealing with that. I wish there was something I could do to just zap it and make it work better. It's always a little unsettling when we head up into this area because my controller starts to vibrate from the weight of the elephants walking around. I can feel it in my hands as they stomp around on the ground. Of us, Gordo actually looked dressed for the situation. I still look like I'm gonna freeze. But video game logic says that this is the warmest clothing I could possibly have right now. I think I just didn't harvest the last white tiger that was fought. Which means I fought him for no reason. Because harvesting them for the skeleton key is really the reason to fight them in the first place. It's just a hardened steel bow. Yeah, I don't care about that. I don't care about any of that. Just think of all the Midwesterners who are descendants of Nordic immigrants who wear shorts in the winter. Yeah, my legs just don't get cold. It's weird. As long as I have a coat on, I'm fine. My legs never get cold. The cold never bothered you anyway. Ow! I was looking the wrong way. Isn't that a movie quote? Yes, yes it is. You hope I can get a tiger? I'm sure there are tiger babies somewhere. I can't really think of where to find them exactly. Oops, I just ate raw food because I didn't have the right slot selected. That's okay, a little bit of food poisoning won't kill us. It'll just be annoying. Oh really? You won't let me just walk on by? You have to fight? Same with wolves. Just trying to get to the palace. I don't want to have to fight everything on the way. Oh, come on, Gordo. Gordo, you're too close, bud. This is uncomfortable. Thank you. Big bright flash of lightning. Hope I don't get struck by lightning. That is a thing. You can be struck by the lightning in this game.
I can see you, Exile. Have your own outlander.
That's a mean rack of antlers, though. Sure was. There, I just found a taxidermy one so we can claim we hunted it. I love that enemies just have a whole taxidermy stag in their pocket. It's like, I was gonna hang this up later. Ooh, I'll build a stage bit, right? On the second floor of the tavern where we don't really have anybody yet. I have the one dancer on the carpet. That's like the only thing in there. I'll put the taxidermied elk on display there. Oh, the sandstorm is rolling through. I actually meant to turn the sandstorm off now that we've gotten the Scourge Stone, because lore specific wise, that's how it's supposed to be. What was in the lightning, Ari? Galvanic ionization. And the swish a cattail makes. Alright, Mom, I'm sorry it's not enjoyable to watch. I know how that feels. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate you, Mom. Sorry you didn't have more fun because of internet issues. What's the hardened steel spear? I don't want that. I really need to quit fighting everybody I run across. I'm gonna break my sword down before we get to the dungeon. We're almost there though. That's it in the distance. That castle thing? Yep. I don't remember there being a giant pig over here. That's crazy. You're my soda pop, gonna drink every drop.
wanted to be here!
Die, outsider! The bright boy of Slayer.
I'm gonna give him the spicy food. Oh, it's not even spicy, it's just honey glazed. That will help him heal a little faster. We gotta go across that bridge. Bridge of the Betrayal. Good hit, Gordo. Huh? Oh, yeah. We learned the slit throat emote. Fellow traveler, I am Ricanus. I think that's how that name is pronounced. Rachnis. Master of the sword and destroyer of Tothamon. Warrior supreme and the drinker of blood. But not even I can slit the throat of the skies. The weather has forced me to move my camp onwards. Seek me out to the west. When we meet, I shall teach you the ways of the blade, like I have done many before. But fear not. As part of my army, you shall experience the glory of war and victory. We shall eat honey-glazed poultry in the halls of my numerous castles. Lore noted. But now we can slit throat emote, which is a taunt? Yeah. What? It used to be with the thumb. When did they change it to the finger? That's crazy. Okay. Now. Crossing this bridge gets really cold. So we have to go across it as quickly as possible. Even with all of our warm gear, we're likely to take a little bit of ouch going across this bridge. Cold, very cold. Extremely cold, and now we're getting a little ouch. And now we're just very cold again, so we're okay. Made it past.
Die, outsider! Your death will be as meaningless as your life.
Now these particular bad guys are worse than the undead that we've run into before. Because the other
It's
undead...
David Boney.
The other undead, when you hit them, they stagger. These guys got no stagger. They will keep attacking me even as I hit them. I'll take the flasks. Alright, then we can run up here and we touch the thing. Get away from it so we don't get much corruption.
Your death will be as meaningless as your life.
Oh, they also give me corruption when they hit me. Maybe I should have brought Dirty Dan for this one. We'll manage. Is that a volatile gland? It is. That's what I need for my next part of my magic discovery journey. Alright. I'm gonna take this ivory too, because it's just very rare that I get ivory. Lore rock.
We confronted the Giant Kings and the Triumvirate with their darkest secret, and they did not deny it. How could we trust them? Allied as they were with the ancient enemies of mankind. I gave them an ultimatum. To give us the northern lands. To stay their hand while we exterminated the Serpent Men. They refused. War was inevitable.
Noted. Ooh, actually I do want the ash. I think I'm going the wrong way to get to the entrance easily. Oh well, we're already committed to this direction. We'll get there anyway, just not the most easy direction. I need to stop picking stuff up so that... Oh my gosh, don't be stuck on me right now. Okay. So that we have the carry capacity when we get some legendary items. So I need to just let go of the concept of looting people. I need to let that go. Let it go. Let it go. I don't care about their stuff anymore. Because Medusa put that song in my head.
Your death will be as meaningless as your life.
What I do want is anytime they drop food. It's not often, but it does happen. That's going to say the same thing.
In wartime, there is enough blame. Who struck the first blow? I cannot say. They enslaved you, twisting the bracelets to their corrupted ways. We retaliated by destroying their aqueduct. We established an outpost, Zula, in the north, to watch the Serpent Men and prevent them from joining with their allies. And I began to formulate a powerful sorcery to ensure the safety of our people.
Here's the door. Painting, I kind of want to take it. No. We can make paintings at home. And it's actually the same painting. This isn't a McDonald's situation. Ice and black ice are easy enough to gather, though. I'm not worried about it. Okay. I need to use the restroom real quick. We're on ads, so this is a good time for it. We'll be right back. Alright, and we're back. And we are in the dungeon. First thing to note, those are spike traps. We step on those, they will stab us. Let's try not to do that. Torn page number 1. My thoughts turn to the black abyss of oblivion and the comfort of everlasting silence. My life was so far and so long ago. The world means nothing to me, and I no longer have any meaning to the world. Everything passes. Everything crumbles. Demon Legos, the spike trap? Yeah. Let's see how well I remember my way around this dungeon. This is already the wrong way. Da 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 ba da da. Oopsies. Get him, Flash Gordo! Okay, I'm looking for food items, and that's literally all I'm looking for. So I seem to be running out. I had a lot of soup on me a minute ago, and now it's all gone. Oop. Spike trap. Jump over it. This is another kind of trap. What this does is it shoots you into the air, and it'll smash my head on the ceiling, and I will take damage. Ooh, there's a spike trap on the floor and on the wall here. Oh, I missed. I just want some ancient food off of one of these skeletons.
Will be as meaningless as your life.
Okay, so I'm sure that you all know, because I just said it here recently, that I was going to stop looting things. But you guys, these are dyes. It's colors for my clothes and for my people's clothes. I can't leave that behind. I'm gonna leave behind obsidian. I don't care about obsidian. We can't even make anything with obsidian for a long time yet. Shouldn't say a long time. Fashionista, that is correct, my lady love. Sorry, lady. Can't do anything for you. You're already dead.
Joy of slaying.
Mess him up, Gordo! Not bad, Gordo. Not bad at all. I brought the right guy. Okay, now this is a weird one. And honestly, I don't know how I actually figured this out. But you have to approach this already open and empty looking box and push square on it. And you get an ancient key out of it. The first time I did this dungeon, I was running around not able to progress. Yeah, I'll hydrate. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let me just real quick. Thank you. Thank you, whoever sent that. I will. Ah. Okay, yes. Running around, lost. Could not find the way through. I don't know how I ever actually decided to click on that box because it doesn't look like it would work. No other box in the game has interacted in that way, so why did that one? Don't know. But it did. This is the door that opens with the use of that key. How do I get to that? Because I can't climb. How do I get to that? Can I just run and jump it? Okay, yeah, I can. Eh, not worth it. A sneak key. My lady love, you're so funny. Torn page number 5. Footsteps in my hallways. The living come as the living always come. They come from me, but the curse that holds me is stronger than they are. I'm bound for eternity, lost forever. Come, living ones, I have not yet forgotten the art of war. Oof, nope, no casting spells at me. Oof, that hurt.
Your death will be as meaningless as your life. Die, outsider.
You got this, Gordo. It's all you, my guy. This is actually almost too easy with Gordo. Because this fight's actually really tough.
Your death will be as meaningless as your life.
Oh, don't have glitched into the wall. If he's stuck in the wall and we can't kill him, I'm gonna be pretty frustrated. I can't tell if I'm hitting him. Okay, he teleported back out. He got most of his health back too, but that's okay. Gordo was messing him up. Gordo's fighting this guy like he's got a personal grudge against Tyros. Whoop, don't actually look at me. Look at Gordo. See, it hurts. It hurts a lot.
Die, outsider. Die, outsider. Your death will be as meaningless
No, he's
as
gonna
your
beat.
life.
He's gonna beat Gordo now. No. I have to start with Gordo first. I don't care that he's revealing himself.
Your death will be as meaningless as your life. Die, outsider. Crumbs, balls. The pride and joy of Slayer. Crumbs, die, outsider.
Okay, I think we got him this time.
Your death will be as meaningless as your life. Crumbs, oxygen.
Yeah. We got a couple of good things off of him now. The Tears of Two Races. That's one of our relics for the Keystone. And then we also got the Heart of the Kinscourge. The heart is still beating. The dark energies contained within this heart could be used by a skilled enough craftsman. So this starts with a quote from one of the books. Tears rolled from the sightless eyes, and Conan's gaze strayed to the limbs stretched on the marble couch. And he knew the monster would not rise to attack him. He knew the marks of the rack, and the searing brand of the flame. And tough-souled as he was, he stood aghast at the ruined deformities, which his reason told him had once been limbs as comely as his own. And suddenly all fear and repulsion went from him to be replaced by a great pity. From the Tower of the Elephant. This single tear, shed by Tyros the Deathbringer, is an object of immense power. Tyros was the half-blood child of the Priest King and an unknown human slave. Whether his birth was natural or aided by sorcery is not known. But it is known that Tyros had children of his own with his wife, Telith. Tyros was raised a gladiator, fighting in the arena for the benefit of the Giant Kings. But when war broke out with the Lemurians, he became a leader in their armies. Through great feats of strength and will, he won the outpost of Zulon from the Lemurian army just south of there. He met Telith, a daughter of Lemuria, and everything changed. This is one of the artifacts required to create the keystone that can be used to remove the slave bracelet. Gordo goes off riding dark obstacles, or goes off ruining dark obstacles. And now we have the knowledge how to make our own Kinscourge weapon and Silent Legion armor. The armor that the undead here are wearing, as well as Tyros' own. A vaulting pole. I don't really care about that one. A shield. These are legendary items we're getting, so there's that. But these are kind of the worst legendary items we could find. These are using our skeleton keys, by the way. Which I still have 4 of. Another shield. There we go. Dueling Blade of the Hawk. Here's a sword worth having. Okay, we're going to leave this area before we read any more stuff, because Tyros will respawn. I did change the speed at which they respawn at, so I think we would have been fine, but why risk it? We don't need to fight him again. I'm extra glad I brought Gordo. I don't think I would have won that on my own. Okay. The vaulting pole. This pike is, at first glance, completely normal. It's only when using it in battle one notices the haft has an extreme amount of flex. These were originally designed in Catan as training spears for the monks who followed Yun, the god of death. The flexible haft was used to perform death-defying leaps over the spiked, burning sacrifice pits that burn outside the main temple building in Peking. This one starts with one of the quotes from the books. I'm not sure what that word is. Morion? Framed in his steel morion, his face was dark, saturnine, and hawk-like. Wherefore men called him the Hawk. His armor and garments were rich and ornate after the fashion of a Zingaran grandee. His hand was never far from his sword hilt. From Pool of the Black One. Zaparavo, known as the Hawk, was a nobleman in Zingara known for his dueling prowess, defeating all the champions of Cordova to become a premier swordsman in the kingdom. However, due to his pride, Zaparavo was unable to allow himself to lose. During a bout with the king of Zingara, where tradition demands that the king be allowed to win, Zaparavo drew first blood. The king was furious, and Zaparavo was killed. He cast his dueling blade from the docks of Cordova, and then left the city forever, becoming the captain of the wastrel and a terror to those who sailed the Zingaran coastline. Did I say he was killed? Because it says exiled. I added in that he died and then also did things. That didn't work out too well. Okay. Where's the shields that I picked up? Here they are. Thrusting his dagger point into the crack, Conan exerted leverage with a corded forearm. The blade bent, but it was of unbreakable Akibitan steel. From Jewels of Gwalior. The expertise of the smiths of Akibitan, combined with a local source of ore that has special qualities, provides the hardest steel weapon on Earth. Usually only sold in the city itself, this shield is a very rare find. Black Barogger was not always a bandit. In his life before the Border Kingdoms, he was an armorer and blacksmith. He was inventive and liked to try out new designs for shields and weapons. More often than not, his designs failed, leading to the deaths of those who bought his goods. This led to a drop in custom, so he was forced to close his doors. Ironically, the last thing he worked on was a specialized shield with straps that gave the wielder more freedom of movement during battle. His theory was that it would allow for more flexibility in combat. Black Barog left the shield, along with all his other inventions, closed his shop, and went on to become one of the most feared bandits in the history of the Border Kingdom. His debtors sold all of his inventions. This is the shortcut down. Do I take it? I don't need to. But it does get us to the exit quicker. And we'll walk. We'll walk it. We'll fight some skeletons. It's okay. Now that we have everything that we need, we are allowed to loot a little bit. Oops! Walked right into that one. Can anything be done with the ghost lady? Nope. The ghosts are just ghosts. Sometimes they point you to a treasure. Sometimes they give you a hint about what you should be doing. Other times they are just ghosts. And in this situation, she's just a ghost. She is an ex-woman. She has ceased to be. Well, this guy respawned. Oh no, where's Gordo? Gordo, where are you? Give me back Gordo, you jerks. Oh, that worked last time. All I had to do was turn around and there he was. Alright, he'll find me. Well, this whole place is so much easier with Gordo's help. Gordo! Gordo, come back. You can blame it all on me. No, for real, where is Gordo? Alright, so just as getting here really required that we have warm clothing, our next location to explore for a dungeon, which is... are we ready? I think we are. I think we're ready to go to the volcano. Requires that we be protected against heat. And the Silent Legion armor is magically endowed to be very cold. So we want to make ourselves a suit of that armor. Why have they not returned Gordo to me yet? What is happening? Are we going to do the volcano tonight too? No, I don't think so. I don't think we got time for a double dungeon run. Double dungeon! Ooh, double dungeon is from Solo Leveling. We don't want double dungeons. Double dungeons are bad. You get a party massacre if you do a double dungeon. I keep ordering Gordo to return, but he's not returning. Usually he just teleports to me and catches up. He doesn't seem to be doing that, though. Let's track Gordo. He is not showing up on the map at all. Is he still in the dungeon? Why didn't he come out of the dungeon? Was I maybe too far ahead of him when I left? Followers, Gordo, stats. He's alive. He's healing. There he is. Alright, Gordo, let's go home. So this area right here is also a really good spot to set up a base. Because this is all iron. All of these rocks are just iron. Not these bigger ones, but like these little nodes. That's just iron. Iron, 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 iron. Everywhere, so much iron. He's grounded. Gordo's grounded for giving you such a scare. Was rude of him. This little spot over here is also one where I've seen a base get built a lot. It's a incomplete burial chamber called the Skyholm Ruins. And people will just wall up these like partial walls and build their little base on top of it. And usually it works out pretty well. And because it's right next to that area where all that iron is at, it's a good little spot. Don't look up my skirt. Just because I did a flip was not an invitation to look up my skirt. That right there is a spot that has had many a base built in it because of this ring of mountain here, and then it circles up. It's like a spiral. So this is an upstairs sort of a situation. Comes up this way, and you can get up onto the hill here. And then they would make their base be like tiered. So there'd be the base level in there, and then there'd be more around it. Those are the people who make huge places. Like, my village isn't very big. The building, the tavern building is pretty large. But, like, everything else is very to the purpose. Building off of the landscape is really badass. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I like to be able to do it with the water and make my little bathhouse areas and such. Oh. I actually did notice something looking up the skirt as I did the flip. This tattoo goes all the way down our side. Or is it just me drinking some water from our water skin?
Your death will be as meaningless as your life.
Alright, Medusa, look away. Alright, we're down. Oh, we must nearly be home. I can feel the thump thump of the elephant feet. After everything we just survived in the Black Keep, we're not dying here to a couple elephants. Thank you for the warning. Now don't do it again. It's the only way to get around. It has to happen.
Will be as meaningless as your life.
Gordo's being mean to these guys. Keeps saying your death will be as meaningless as your life to all of our enemies.
To live is to die.
Good, you got to do both. I can see my house from here. There's somebody with a great big backpack on his way to the tavern. You a blacksmith? Are you a blacksmith? He is a blacksmith. He's only your level 2 though. We'll get him for now. We'll get him for now. Oh right, where's Gordo? Gordo! We need to put you back home. Alright, Mr. Shemite Blacksmith. Your name is now... So he's a Shemite, so something with Ankh in the name wouldn't be too bad. There was a guy with white face paint in there too. I think I know who you were talking about. It wasn't face paint, it was a mask. I'll go show you. But first we need to name this guy. And Amhotep. I don't really like it. I know I did, because I didn't like an Amhotep. So I was like, what about an Amtep? And I'm like, no, I don't like it. I don't like either of them. Hi, Joxer. Inkabon. Inamon. With an H. Inamon. Sounds more Jamaican. It's fine. How long is that gonna take? Inominamon. I'm so easily amused. My inventory got jumbled. Did I accidentally change how they're sorted? I did. They're all sorted by name. Okay, first we'll put our dyes away. The materials for this area. I hear you, Joxer. You better not be right here at the door trying to sneak out. Oh, there he is. Good kitty. Why are you in my house and in my bed? My bed should say no thralls. It doesn't, though. You and I are not like that. Oh my gosh, I didn't mean to take my whole bed up. Oh, You are such a problem maker. Hey, do you want to get out of my house? Oh, please just go right back in there. Good. I'm gonna move this chest over to the side instead of right in front of it. I'm sure my doors are locked. Why was she ever in my house? Unlocked door for thralls currently locked. Unlocked door for thralls currently locked. Okay, she can't get in my house. Disable thrall use from the bed. This is the only one of the thralls allowed in my house right now. It's Celine. And she's a performer. She keeps me entertained by writhing on the furs. Very entertaining. I'm entertained by the writhing. Okay, so I don't really love most of the weapons that we got from this. And Dueling Blade of the Hawk is a good one. The others I really don't care about. Especially shields. But we can give the vaulting pole to Li Fei. I bet I have no lights up here. I bet it's going to be dark AF. Dark AF. Yeah, I'll give the shields to the two bouncers out front the tavern. I think they're both single hand swords, guys. Okay, so long as he's on there, he doesn't give me corruption. So that's good. Really, if they trade me. So that one does 60 versus the 36 that you were doing with the spear. I'm going to send that down, but we're going to go down the fast way. Medusa, don't look. Look how slow that elevator is. Well, you're a two-hander. You're an archer with a axe, so you can have a shield. I'm going with this one. I feel like it'll suit you better. Bane of Beasts. I did not splat. It just made the sound. Kaladin is a spear guy. She should be a knife fighter if she was going to have a weapon at all.
I owe you much, but I am wasted as a fighter.
Right, because you're not even a fighter. You're not capable of combat. You're actually a tavern keep. Ooh, tiny. Okay, Orion. I was looking at her like, did we ever name you? Now this weapon, Telleth Sorrow, used to be the strongest weapon in the game, way back in the day. It's gone through some rebalancing because they added new weapons and they were like, we want something else to be the strongest. But this used to be it. We're going to make it just to look at it and I'll put it on display. His one thought was to get out of the haunted chamber which had housed that beautiful, hideous, undead fiend for so many centuries. The Hour of the Dragon. This ancient sword pulses with blasphemous power. This weapon is older than civilizations that are no longer remembered by the deepest histories. Its humming steel is full of bad memories. We get it, the sword Zemo. Jeez. It's a very pretty sword, though. Got that skull on the hilt there. Very pretty. Going on display. Let's put it on... let's put it on this rack. It'll take the top spot and replace the other greatsword that I had there. Yeah. Okay. So this ancient key that opened the one door inside the base has 0 other functions. I'm just going to leave it in this junk box. Oh, that's right. Volatile gland for learning a new sorcery. We need to do that. All of the star metal we have needs to come to the armorer so that we can make the protective magical stuff. We also need black ice and alchemical base, which I should have plenty of black ice. don't really remember where I put it. Where'd I put all my black ice? There it is. And alchemical base. I think I have some in this box. I got some. Okay. I don't want to read that one. It's a little intense. We'll skip the book quote. This eldritch chest armor bears markings in script so old no living scholar could decipher them. The pinnacle of protection, steel armor is a solid wall of defense against any type of attack, but the extreme weight requirements mean that the wearer must sacrifice mobility. The strange metal of this primordial armor always carries an unholy chill, even in the noonday sun. When donning this wicked carapace, the wearer hears whispering voices, voices that tell of an ancient tragedy, voices that whisper the names Tyros and Teleth. Look, I'm the boss that we just fought and killed. Now, add our own touch to it. Instead of black straps, let's have Usroda. Instead of the black straps, let's go with Sumerian blue's kind of a gray. Doesn't make much of a difference. The chainmail itself will be more white and blue, orange. Ew, that's hideous. That's different. I don't like it, but it's different. I don't really like the white chainmail, but I don't really care for any of the colors for the chainmail. So hard to decide what I want to do here. Let's do this muted blue. It doesn't really look like it makes that much of a difference, but we can make this more... Oof, that's very bright. Ugh. That's weird how the faded blue is like purpley. Sky blue's not terrible. Makes me want to readdress the straps though. Maybe a brown. Okay, so sky blue armor, Sumerian blue chainmail, and brown dye straps. Let's see what we think of this. I don't hate it. It's kind of cool. Doing the thing where I gotta put it on first. Okay, so the chainmail is which one? This one. Sumerian blue. Brown for the straps. Now the armor is the sky blue. But the tassel could be more green. No. Muted blue. Faded blue is purple. Leave it black? I don't know. It's already been black. And we're changing the armor and such to more bluish colors. I think, like, this muted blue, it's almost a denim-esque color. I'm gonna try the muted blue. Because if I wanted it to be black, I would just leave it untouched. I'm trying to change the whole vibe of the armor. Not in love with the color for the tassel. Might do green. Yep, I like that better. It just stands out with the rest of the armor because nothing else is like a cloth. Everything else is leather. It's the only clothy bit. And so it really stands out as different on this suit. But I'm happy enough with this look. This is some volcano slaying type of outfit. Are you going to put it on display mannequin? Eventually. After we do the stuff in the volcano, because there really isn't much reason to return to the volcano once we get it all done. We need to hit... There's a dungeon over here. There's an optional dungeon up here. I think we'll do that before we do... We'll do that before we do the volcano. So we'll want our cold gear again. This actually defends against cold and heat. We could rock with this in all settings. Put our old armor away. The mannequin's already holding our heat gear, so we'll just put this in our box. I don't know, I really like the color because it's got a good shine to it. I like the shine effect off that color. Nope, can't have it going through the wall. Hey, Raksha. We haven't done the dungeon for Jabal Sog's religion either. That's optional. We don't really have to do that. But we want to. Maybe. It is cool. It's a very nature setting with lots of like mystical plants glowiness, and it's always like twilight. It's cool. We'll do it. So we'll do that and the Frost Giant Temple before we do Volcano. Because once we do Volcano, that's gonna be the end of our Conan games. Because after that, we'll be ready to make the Keystone. We're very close to beating it. Alright, well, let's say goodnight to Caldwell. Let's go ahead and call this a good ending of the stream right here. Yeah. Thank you everybody for showing up. I appreciate the support. Hope to catch you in the next one. Good night. But before we leave, let's see if we can raid somebody. Let's see if we got a friend who's streaming that we can go show some love to. Generally speaking, I don't tend to have anybody on, so this might be a waste of time, but we're going to take a peek-see. Nope. It's looking pretty empty, pretty dead. So let's go ahead and just call it here. Good night, everybody. Thanks again.